r/AskReddit. What's the most insulting compliment you have ever gotten? Says someone else is super ugly, then you're even prettier than her. Capital F. You actually look good. The emphasis on actually and the surprise in my friend's voice still haunts me. Every fancy occasion, every gosh darn time. Being awarded most improved 3 years in a row. Wow, you're really good. I bet you could even play guitar if you wanted, said to me after a gig. I'm a bassist. My friend was complaining about creeps hitting on her, then she told me I wish I could be invisible like you. My hot friend and I used to go to the same cafe across the plaza from our office for coffee several afternoons per week and order the same drinks. Every single time, the barista would light up and say, "Hi, friend's name. Small flat white today," and then I would walk up to the register and have to give him my drink order and my name. Every time. So I feel your pain. I have a fat girl fetish, made me lose weight though, so worked out for the best. At least you don't look like a boy anymore. When I was growing out my hair more. Please tell me you're a guy. You're so funny. Now I get why she's dating you. I haven't gotten exactly that, but sometimes if I show people pictures of my wife, they look surprised. Like, thanks bros. I know she's beyond me. You know, you'll be stunning if you lost a few pounds. You're pretty now, but if you lost the weight, Italian chef finger kiss. Someone told me I have a voice for radio. I said thanks, I have a face for radio too, and they enthusiastically said yeah, you do. There's always a chance they didn't realize the joke and thought they were just continuing the compliment. If they're anything like me, 5 hours later, sitting horrified in their bedroom. Why did I say that? LOL. You know, it's really great that society is so much more accepting of your kind these days. Puppets don't get the credit they deserve. I don't know why everyone hates you and thinks you're annoying. You seem okay to me. High school sucked. Yeah, I've had similar things. More than one person has said to me after the first time we talked, OMG, everyone says you're so weird but you're actually really nice and cool. Dagger to the heart. Wow, your face almost makes up for pauses, the rest. What kind of disconnect is happening in a person's mind to think that is an okay thing to say? I can see how people just kind of ducked up a lot of these answers, but this one is just a dunt move. You're so brave to be out and about as a lesbian in such a conservative city. I'm straight, just had short hair. I love how you can just wear anything. Joke's on you. I don't get compliments. I bet you make good gifs. Nice tits. I'm a guy. Don't worry, I think of you as white. A workmate trying to make me feel better after a racist slur was used against me. He thought it was a compliment. Sigh. I can find something attractive in anyone. Like context. Your eyebrows are really nice. She genuinely thought that was a nice compliment. Wait, some people do have really nice eyebrows. I'm not doing what I went to college to do. I'm probably not alone in this, but I'm gainfully employed and have been at the same company for over 15 years. My sister told me one day you are smart and someday you'll be doing something that puts your intelligence to use. Paraphrasing. She has no idea what I do. I haven't decided yet if that was an unintentional insult or a real one. I used to use my degrees but was making poverty wages, so I switched to a more lucrative but related field. My BF at the time said I was a failed previous career. Joke is on him. I make 3x what I used to and just got another raise today. It's good to see you're still trying. From a rando on a dating site. You're smarter than I thought, helping my then best friend in a math class. I usually say, wow, you're way smarter than you look. You're still pretty hot for a woman with small tit speech. What? Sounds like negging. Complimenting people you beat is hard. Fortunately I don't have to do it very often, but it really is tough to find a way to tell someone that they put up a really hard fight and it was a really good, fun, competitive challenge, without sounding like a complete douche canoe. This is especially true if there were conditions outside of either of your control that contributed to your win, like weather, injuries, or just plain dumb luck. I really do love a great competition, and sometimes it's clear you're up against a weaker opponent but you're still very impressed with what they were able to do and the challenge they offered. It's an easier compliment to take once you've been in the awkward place of trying to give it a few times. Oh. Thank you, young miss. You are a perfect little secretary. From a rich old client at my workplace I helped because I happened to be around. I'm 28, married and a manager. Wouldn't say insulting but oh well. One of my older co-workers says good girl instead of thank you to me. You're like a small cow. Gee thanks. At least I'm not a large cow. You look better without your glasses. HMMMMM. That's funny. You look better without my glasses too. When I was 16 I was told by an old lady taking my measurements for my prom dress that I must be German because I had such wide birthing hips. I mean I am German. So. Your hair looks really good. I like a little grey. I had no idea I had grey hair. Your German is pretty good for a foreigner. I was born in Germany. I was raised in Germany. I've spoken with them German for years. Hell, I don't even look foreign. In high school, I was in choir. Once a year, we'd attend a competition and I was singing a solo in the German language. Some context, I had been speaking German since I was 4. Thank you grandma. And always in some German language class throughout school, because German was fun. Anyway, I remember a judge giving me a bad score on my solo. He said I can tell you've never spoken a word of German in your life. Next time, pick a language you're more comfortable with. Back then, I was too nice to say anything back, but I was thinking WTH, this guy is nuts. Your girlfriend is so great. How the hell did you pull that off? OMG. You've lost so much weight. What's your secret? I'd been seriously ill for nearly a year. They knew I was sick. I will never understand this comment. My boss promoted me. His manager congratulated me in public, calling it a trial promotion and me a trainee. That I would make a good mall Santa once I go grey. Not bad for an old broad. You're very white for a Middle Eastern. My 5-year-old daughter said, you're fat, then followed up with, I love it cause you're so soft and cuddly. Anything that ended in for a girl. I have a career in IT and have been doing this for years, and had a co-worker saying how cool and impressive it was for a girl to be able to learn all this stuff. You're pretty attractive for a virgin. Are you Czech or Polish? Edit. First time ever I see a 69 username with a Czech boob word in it, lol. Well, not necessarily insulting, but left me very confused. I worked in a high-end salon and I was helping a lady find something to make her hair curly like mine. I have natural waves. You can't really recreate. She asked me what I use and I said nothing, this is just my hair. She looked shocked like I was joking. She's like, well then, I just hope you die. Kind of joking. Kind of not. Her friend with her was embarrassed. I said thanks, have a nice day and walked away. You're too pretty to be smart. Closely associated with engineering needs girls like you. Shit like that is why I rejected STEM studies. I hated feeling like I was a unicorn, always having to be perfect, and that getting less than an A meant I was letting down my entire gender, 50% of the entire world. You're kinda weird, in a god way, by my therapist, not really insulting but definitely odd. Upon seeing a professional graduation photo of me, and being told it was a photo of me, my now husband said you look so beautiful, it doesn't look like you at all. He's lucky I married him after that. Grandma, where did you get your nose? It's not nearly as large as your brother's. Funny thing, we were all confused where my brother got his larger than normal nose from until we found an ancient photo of my great-great-grandfather from Poland, whom I bother looks like a clone of despite us being about 25% Polish. At a festival with my wife, some younger kids were enamored by us. It's so cool you guys still rave at your age. I had put on a little bit of weight and was really self-conscious about it. I was at the liquor store and this older man came up to me and said, hey baby, glad to see you eating good. My face must have been sheer horror because then he said, don't worry baby, it looked good on you. I was mortified. Bleached my hair the other day and haven't seen my boss since. Today she walks in and says, well, your hair is fun. You're lovely dunt. I was like 8 years old and some other smartass 8-year-old called me inadequate on this piece of paper where we had to say good things about people. I didn't even know what it meant until I asked the teacher and she said not good enough, not up to standard. Broke my 8-year-old heart. You're so lucky, you wouldn't understand how hard it is to be beautiful, said to me by my former friend after I walked her home from a night out because she was scared some stranger would follow after her because of her extreme beauty. She had a normal face and a pretty average body, by no means ugly, but she wasn't the 10 out of 10 girl she thought she was. So basically, she low-key told me I was lucky for not being beautiful. Thanks a lot mate, haha. Happened the other day. He was trying to insult me but misspoke. I didn't realize you were in my class. You're just so unforgettable. You're pretty smart for an American. You look great for just giving birth to twins. I don't have any kids. The lady mistook me for another girl we hung out with months prior who was pregnant with twins at the time. Your second marriage? You mean you managed to find 2 grooms with that nose? Random old lady waiting at the bus with me. How much are you costing him a night? Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content. It's free and that's a great price.